I would like to welcome Mr. Nigel De Silva, Director Transnational Education and Partnerships in Curtin, Australia, to give you more insights about the university. He'll be joining us online.
Great, thank you. I believe, good morning, everybody. It's afternoon here in Perth. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak to you this afternoon and for attending this orientation session. We have some excellent experts here from Curtin University who will be speaking about discipline-specific areas, but I will provide you all with a brief overview of Curtin University and welcome you to our community, hopefully soon. Let me start, and I had the good fortune of hearing the last bit of that presentation that was done, and that was excellent. And what I can do is hopefully add to that with some more information about Curtin University. So, as was said in the earlier presentation, Curtin University is ranked in the top 1% of universities worldwide in several of the large ranking bodies, and we are the 9th largest university in Australia, obviously based here in Western Australia in the capital city of Perth. We have approximately 58,000 students at Curtin University, and they are spread across not only our campus here in Perth, but our West Australian School of Mines, which is based in a town called Kalgoorlie, also in Western Australia. We have students at our international campuses, including our long-standing offerings in Sri Lanka with our trusted partner, SLIT, which has recently been rebranded to Curtin Colombo. We have 4,200 full-time staff working at Curtin University. And we also have, because of our many branch campuses, we have a lot of international mobility opportunities for students, including students who are studying in Sri Lanka. So I was going to show you a slide that showed where we have our various branch campuses, but I'll just talk you through them. We have a campus in Singapore. We have a campus in Malaysia, a campus in Mauritius, a campus in Dubai, and also our list of offerings in Colombo, in our new premises. So we are truly a global university, and we pride ourselves on having a global outlook in everything that we do. And our partnership in Sri Lanka is built on years of trust and high quality education. We've had many alumni who have come through Curtin programs in Sri Lanka, and almost all go on to get a job very quickly and have moved on to be senior in industry within their fields of study. We're very proud of our alumni in Sri Lanka. So why choose Curtin University? Well, Curtin prides itself on having strong industry collaboration and producing career-ready graduates that have high graduate employability. And this carries across to all of our campuses and is especially so in Sri Lanka, where we have very strong industry collaboration and as I mentioned earlier, very good graduate employability. We are recognised for innovation in learning and teaching, and we use cutting edge technology to provide that learning and teaching and provide students with the opportunity to work collaboratively with each other and with students from other campuses using technology. We are student focused, and we pride ourselves on producing global citizens. So we want our students to experience what it's like to live and study in another location in the world, be that in Perth or Singapore. So we really encourage our students in Sri Lanka, if they can, and if they want to experience doing a semester abroad. And we also encourage our students in Perth to spend time in Sri Lanka. And Curtin, at all of its campuses, including Sri Lanka and Perth, we provide a very safe environment for students with 24/7 support and many engagement opportunities. So we realise that being a student is not just about learning and attending class, it's about meeting other people, it's being part of groups and having fun. And so we provide those opportunities for our students wherever they might be studying. So Curtin University, as I mentioned, is very large. We have 58,000 students, and they are split across what we call 4 faculties. We have the Faculty of Business and Law, the Faculty of Health Sciences, the Faculty of Humanities, and the Faculty of Science and Engineering, where you would be studying if you chose to study a Curtin program, noting that the programs we offer in Sri Lanka at the moment are engineering and computing. We are looking at offering more programs in Sri Lanka in the near future, including business and health sciences. So we are looking to expand and to make it a full campus experience in Sri Lanka for our Curtin students. So I hope that gives you a quick overview of Curtin University, and we'll move on to the discipline-specific presentations, and I'll be here to also answer questions after the presentations. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, Nigel. Sorry about the technical fault. Now I would like to invite Associate Professor Jonathan Paxman, Head of School, Civil and Mechanical Engineering, to give an introduction about the engineering courses at Curtin, Colombo.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, Jonathan, we can hear you.
And I hope you can see the slides that I'm sharing now.
Yes, we can.
Okay, that's fantastic. It's great pleasure to be here. My name is Jonathan Paxman. I'm head of the School of Civil and Mechanical Engineering, which includes civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and mechatronic engineering, which are 3 of the 4 majors that are available within the engineering programs at Curtin, Colombo. There's a brief video here. Now, I think it's probably best if I don't play this video now, but there might be an opportunity for somebody to play it in the venue a little bit later on, and it will give you a little bit of an overview of what being an engineer is like, and importantly, what being an engineering student is like. Engineering is all about solving some of the biggest problems and the biggest challenges which we face in the world, and engineers are really right at the heart of all of the biggest challenges in the world at the moment, including the developing automation and machine learning and artificial intelligence that we see impacting all of our lives in different ways. Addressing the challenges posed by climate change and the challenges posed by energy security and energy supply, and of course protecting our environment. So why would you study engineering? Engineering is at the heart. It's about problem solving. It involves creativity. It involves transformation in the world. There are some wonderful examples of engineering innovation around at the moment, and a lot of it is around the space industry, and we're seeing really new innovations happening in space exploration. There's missions returning to the moon for the first time in many decades. There's autonomous robots exploring the surface of Mars, and there's more and more capabilities being placed into low Earth orbit through increased capabilities of launch that we are seeing through the innovations of companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin and others. Here at Curtin, we have a brand new space program established over the last 5 years called Binar Space, and many of our engineering students and our engineering graduates are involved in designing spacecraft and developing instruments for missions that will in the future go to the moon. which is just extraordinary to be thinking about that as a student or as a recent graduate. Engineers have great career opportunities, certainly in Australia, in Sri Lanka, and around the world. They're generally well paid, so engineering graduates are among the higher paid graduates, certainly in Australia, and I'm sure the Colombo staff will have some statistics about engineering salaries in Sri Lanka as well. Why Curtin? Well, we have a wide range of specializations available. Very importantly, our engineering programs are recognised by Engineers Australia and other accrediting bodies. Engineers Australia is a signatory to the Washington Accord, and what it means is that Curtin engineering programs qualify you to work as an engineer in many, many countries around the world who are signatories of that program. So it's a transportable degree, and it's a professional qualification which is recognised right around the world. We have extensive interaction with industry throughout our programs across all of our campuses. And opportunities to meet with and work with people in industry, depending on the major that you choose. We have awesome facilities, both here in Australia and in Colombo. Some wonderful new facilities that I know are just coming online this year, which is fantastic to see. I've put up a couple of statistics there about employment rates and salaries. These are from Australia, but they are indicative of the value of engineering degrees, and in particular of Curtin engineering degrees. So Curtin graduates have high median salaries, and they find employment at very high rates. At Perth in Australia, in Colombo, and at our other campuses around in Malaysia and Dubai as well. The structure of our engineering course is a 4-year Bachelor of Engineering honours degree. So the honours is conveyed as part of the 4-year Bachelor of Engineering program. All students graduate with honours. As was mentioned before, the first year in Bachelor of Engineering is what we call the Engineering Foundation year. That is a common first year to all of the majors, and then years 2, 3, and 4 are in the major or the specialisation. The semesters are generally structured as 4 units per semester. Occasionally there's 5 units in a semester where there's half units, 12.5 credit units. But generally those smaller units are being removed, and we are seeing in future that that all of the semesters will be 4 25 credit units per semester. And what you see through the program is you see a gradual progression from science and mathematics and engineering fundamentals, moving towards specialization in a discipline, and culminating in engineering design and applications at the 3rd and 4th year of the program, and in particular a research project which forms the capstone of your degree. We have engineering professional practice, which is developed throughout the program. The engagement with professional practice involves some hours that are required outside of the core engineering program. So that would be vacation work, and part-time work that you undertake alongside your studies, but also there's professional practice which is integrated as part of your program. So things like guest lecturers from industry, site visits, and example problems from industry which you will solve as part of your studies, as well as the development of all of those professional skills that you will require as a professional engineer. So teamwork and communications, and management skills, and working with sustainability challenges, working with engineering law, all of those are a part of your studies throughout the 4 years of the program. I'll just skip over here to talk about the majors within the program. So the Bachelor of Engineering has 4 majors which are offered at the Colombo campus. I've highlighted those in yellow here. Those are Civil and Construction Engineering, Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, and Mechatronic Engineering. I've included the other majors which are available mostly at the Perth campus in Australia. Some of those are also available at other campuses. But the reason that I've included those is because some students do choose to transfer to the Australian campus after the first year. So the engineering foundation year that you do in Colombo would be exactly the same as the engineering foundation year that you would do in the Australian campus. And therefore, if you wanted to study industrial and systems engineering or chemical engineering or mining engineering, then one opportunity would be to come to Australia to complete your studies. So just then, focusing on those 4 majors that I discussed, Civil and Construction Engineering really looks at the design, construction and maintenance of infrastructure and facilities for the community. This can include harbours, dams, water supplies, wastewater treatment facilities, railways, roads, bridges, and of course buildings of all shapes and sizes. Infrastructure is fundamentally important. Building infrastructure, designing infrastructure, maintaining infrastructure, and civil engineers are in very high demand around the world at the moment. It's one of the most in-demand fields at the moment. The structure of the Civil and Construction Engineering degree looks like this. Up the top, you see year 1, which is the engineering foundation year. That's the same for all of the engineering majors. And then what you see through years 2, 3, and 4 are the development of some of those core fundamentals. In civil engineering, the main themes are structural engineering, geomechanical and soil engineering and transport, and water engineering. And then that's supported with design projects and design units and professional practice units throughout the course. Electrical and electronic engineering involves anything that produces or consumes electricity, including electrical power systems and renewable energy systems, electronic devices, computers and control systems, as well as the communication systems that allow these systems to talk to each other through both large and small distances. It's a very flexible and varied program that we have here at Curtin, and you can see the structure there. You'll notice that there are a number of option units here. The reason that those option units are there is to allow you to specialize your studies. So some students in electrical and electronic engineering will specialize in power systems. So for example, renewable energy generation and other large scale generators and transmission systems. Other students will specialise in computer systems engineering and control systems engineering, and other students again will specialise in communications. Those options allow you to develop those specialisations and to deepen your studies in one of those particular areas of focus. Next, I'd like to mention mechanical engineering, which is the study of engineering which is concerned with movement and energy. Mechanical engineers maintain and operate machines and other moving systems, including flying and ground-based vehicles, as well as systems involving heat flow or moving fluids. Mechanical engineering, absolutely fundamental, and you can see the structure of the program here again with the common first year, the development of core fundamentals in mechanical engineering through third and fourth year, and then some opportunities for specialisation and a research project at the end of year 4. You'll notice that all of the programs that we mention here will involve this research project at the end of the study. The research project is the culmination of your study, and it's undertaken normally individually in consultation with a supervisor, sometimes undertaken in partnership with an industry partner. And that's a project that takes place across a full year of study, and normally you're doing something new and innovative that has not been done before, or implementing something in a new way. Some students will take those research project topics and move on to postgraduate research studies, and others will take those skills and apply them in their jobs in an engineering industry in the future. Finally, I wanted to mention mechatronic engineering, which is a new program at Curtin Colombo. And it involves utilising electronic and computer control systems to control mechanical systems and devices through the uses of sensors and smart algorithms. Mechatronic engineers are involved in the design of robots, automated systems throughout industry and the community, and increasingly they're using tools like machine learning and artificial intelligence to design quite sophisticated control strategies for complex autonomous systems. And we're seeing increasing levels of autonomy being applied in industry and in the community. Structure of the mechatronic engineering degree is there. First year, development of skills through years 2 and 3, and specialisation and research in year 4. There are project and design elements throughout the mechatronic degree. I've been involved in the mechatronic degree myself for many years now, since I joined Curtin in 2007. And it's really just fantastic to see the development of the practical skills from these project units developed through years 2, 3, and 4. Curtin has great research strengths across the disciplines of engineering, and I mentioned the final year research project, which are opportunities to get involved in these research strengths. I've mentioned some of them on the slide here: infrastructural monitoring and protection, materials and energy, artificial intelligence, power systems, industrial Internet of Things and communication networks, mechatronics and robotics, corrosion engineering, and so on. And so many of our students are involved in a very specialised way by the time they reach the end of their engineering degree, and they may choose to go on to further study to do a Master of Philosophy or a PhD, specialising in one of these areas. So thanks very much for your time. What characterises a Curtin engineering graduate? Well, we think Curtin engineering graduates are career ready, they're independent learners, and they have transferable skills that can be applied in a really wide range of industries and fields. They have aptitude for problem solving and investigating solutions to problems. They're community minded, and they're professional in their outlook. They're confident, resilient, and they're set to work in a really globally connected world. I think you could do no better than to choose to study engineering at Curtin Colombo. Thanks very much for your time. I'm very happy to join you for Q&A shortly, but I think we'll do the next presentation first before we enter the Q&A.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Jonathan. It was very nice seeing you again.
Likewise.
So, yeah. We have next with us today lecturer Dr. Nazanin Mohammadi and senior lecturer Dr. Valerie Maxwell from the Faculty of Science and Engineering at Curtin University, Australia, to give you an introduction to the computer courses we have at Curtin Colombo. Dr. Valerie?
And start again. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sure where our camera is pointing.
Give us a
One of the
second.
teachers.
It's pointing at a room full of computers by the look of it.
It is
Sorry,
indeed. So
there are like
obviously
technical difficulties, definitely,
share that one.
when you're doing something like this. So, can we see the screen? Yeah, we can see your presentation.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And I assume you can hear me. Okay. Let's go up to here. Okay, so my name is Valerie Maxwell and my colleague Naz. We are representing computing at Curtin University. So I'm one of the lecturers in computing, and Naz is looking after the Bachelor of IT course. So we would be working working with the lecturers over in Colombo for all of our courses, and we have been doing such for quite a long time now. So normally this would have been presented by Hannes Herman. So if you've got any other queries, you can contact Hannes later. So Naz looks after information technology and I look after the master's program in predictive analytics. So for students that want to go on after they have their bachelor's, they can consider going into predictive analytics, which is a very marketable and interesting area to study. So our courses in computing have been around for over 30 years, and we've had that long relationship for pretty much all of that time with the Sri Lanka campus. So it is an excellent partnership that has built over the years. And it is certainly, as Jonathan said, that there is opportunity for students to study part of their degree over in Sri Lanka and then come here for maybe their final year. We have relationships with industry partners such as Optus and Woodside. We have relationships with the government, and we can have ways that you can do projects with industry as you go through your course. And we have guest lectures and projects available for, say, work experience as well if you are based in Perth. Our computing school, our computing discipline, has a dedicated staff, and we aim to be very approachable and consider students as part of the team, because we are here mainly to create and build the skills in our students so that they will be the professionals of the future. And I know that our colleagues in Sri Lanka are right on board with that. And what we hope to see and what we have here is a community of students who help each other. So we want, for many people, the best way to learn is to work with other students. And so long as the assessments are individual, we really like that collaborative style as we go through. Our courses are recognised. They are not easy, and that's something I would like to highlight. Doing a Curtin computing course, and I must say engineering as well, is not doing an easy course, but you don't want an easy course. Okay, if you want to be employed in the future, you want your employer to know that you've done a hard course and you've earned the job that they're offering you. So please think about that as you make your choices where to study. We're not here to just put you through. We are here for you to earn your passage through to getting your degree. And our courses are updated regularly. We get feedback from industry, feedback from past students. We have an industry board to give that input to make sure that we are staying up with changes in the IT world, which is challenging, but very important for us and for our students. Okay, so we've got all of these partnerships. We are looking at innovative ways of teaching. We are having also to keep up with innovative ways of cheating that students might come up with. So we are always looking at new ways to teach, and we work as a team with our other campuses. So even though the unit coordinator for a unit might be in Perth, we are regularly meeting with our team who might be in Sri Lanka or Mauritius or Miri or Dubai. So we are very experienced in teaching and spanning all of those campuses and countries. So there are a range of bachelor degrees that you can choose between, and we will focus on the ones that are available in Sri Lanka. But we can, you can accommodate any of your interests by choosing electives that you're interested in. So all of our courses are recognised by the Australia Computer Society. So that's means that they've got the accreditation that is key to ongoing employment, and that is, of course, the same for the engineering degrees. So we've got a wide range of undergrad courses, and you can do a single or a double degree. I'm not sure on the availability of that, but certainly with the engineering degrees, you could investigate doing a double degree between computing and electrical engineering, say. And we have postgraduate offerings, so you can do a master's or a PhD if that is something of interest. So what we have available in Curtin Colombo is the Bachelor of Information Technology, the Bachelor of Computing, and within that we've got the Software Engineering major and the Cyber Security major. And of course, cyber security is something that's very topical and challenging, but also very, very marketable. The Bachelor of IT takes you to an intermediate programming language, programming level in Python and C. So we're not really talking about a developer here, but it's someone that can be working on networking and distributed programming, doing server support for Unix systems and looking after the servers and protecting them from attack. And anyone that is using Google, Twitter, Facebook, all of those, you might see just what's on your phone or on your computer, but there are many, many servers and computers that are behind that you're using indirectly. And there are people required to support that. And that's where, say, someone from the Bachelor of IT might be employed in the future. So this is the course structure for the Bachelor of IT, and might be a bit small for where I can see you're sitting in the room, but they're color coded. So if you've got something that's in red, like fundamentals of programming, later on, if there's a red square there, it's a prerequisite for those later units. So there's dependencies there as we build your knowledge. So fundamentals of programming is programming in Python, and then you go on to look at things like data structures and algorithms and Unix and C programming. So the first year of all of our courses is quite similar, which means that if you did choose to change, it shouldn't take you any longer to get through your degree, because we can slide in electives. So in this case, we've got 4 electives throughout the course, but that first year gives you the foundations that you need to go into any of our degrees. One of the key units now that's core to all of our courses is fundamental concepts of data security, data security is something that any computing professional should be on top of. And so that's core to all our students, and there's an expectation that you have that understanding of the importance of data and keeping it secure. Okay, so and all of our courses have a capstone project in the final year that goes across 2 semesters. That's a group project, and you will be possibly working with industry on that one. Another option is the Bachelor of Computing Software Engineering. So then you go into advanced programming in Java and C and Python, and you'll be looking at software development, and probably software development in teams, potentially in multiple sites throughout the world, which is how software is developed now. So in terms of being able to write a program individually, it's one set level of skill, but to work as a team to build software that can work together and have all your code work requires a lot more knowledge, and making sure that you can test it and make sure that it's robust and correct. So the Bachelor of Computing Software Engineering will take you there. So you'll learn design patterns, object orientation and requirements engineering, and that really robust testing and looking at data and software security as well. So it's a very, again, marketable course to go through. So where it has this greyed out area is where the units are common to the computing degrees, not the information technology one, but they're very similar as well. So you can see that you would be able to do half of this course and perhaps switch to another one if you changed your mind on what you wanted to work on. Okay, so we've got more software engineering, more programming units in this one, things like mobile application development, distributed computing, and because the coders need to be thinking as they code of how to keep their software secure, we have cybercrime and security enhanced programming as one of the units in this course. Okay, the Bachelor of Computing Cybersecurity, that takes you again at an intermediate programming level for Java, C and Python, and focuses on security policies, including the ISO 27001 standard and incident handling. We have hands-on cyber attack and defense training for our students. You work in being able to look at how you protect a system, how you would attack a system, so that you can see what each team would be trying to do. And it's very, very much hands-on. It's not, we have the theory, but we also have a lot of practical work in our course. Okay, so looking at that course, as I said, the grade area is common between the computing courses, and we've got network systems design, Unix systems programming, fundamental concepts of cryptography, but also machine learning, because the machine learning side is the artificial intelligence being used to help detect attacks on a system, because any attack, it might be something that you've seen before, but it probably won't be. So they are looking at smart ways to do this intrusion detection and incident handling. Okay, so looking at our students, a survey that was done in May 2019 said that of the students actively looking for jobs, 91.6% of them had jobs lined up for after graduation, so they hadn't even graduated yet. And 42.86% of these students were studying at offshore locations. So that means it includes the Sri Lanka cohort in that really good graduate outcomes in terms of finding jobs. Okay, and some of the feedback that we've had from students, that they've learned a vast knowledge from studying at Curtin University, and that the degree was great preparation for the real world. The application of what they'd learned in the capstone project gave a very good view of what they would expect after graduation. And that from a student's perspective, they felt that we've done as much as we can to prepare students for employment post-graduation. Okay, so that's a little bit about what we have on offer, and Naz and I will be around for the Q&A session that's about to start.
Thank you, Dr. Valerie. Now it's time to clear all your doubts. So I would like to invite Ms. Sanaji Shantakumara, Executive Marketing, to moderate the question and answer session.
Hello everyone. So we'll be starting our Q&A session now. So one of our staff members will be walking around with a mic. So if there's anything you wish to clarify from our Curtin experts regarding the computing programs and the engineering programs, you can ask the questions and we can see what are the responses we will get. So any details regarding the course curriculum or anything in detail that you want to clarify can be clarified through the Curtin experts. So now is your chance. Afterwards, we have the local experts here as well. So anything clarification which can go directly to our Curtin counterparts can be asked now.
So they didn't tell us about the computer systems and networking part in the slides.
So I think Dr. Valerie, there are some students here who require some clarifications regarding the computer systems and networking bachelor's program that we're conducting here through Curtin Colombo.
I think that Naz might be better for that one.
Yes, I was actually going to add this when I get a chance. The Bachelor of Technology, it is known as Bachelor of Technology, Computer System and Networking at Curtin. And this is basically in this course is part of engineering course. What is mixed in this bachelor is you're learning about as the name stands for system and networking. And if you want to distinguish it with the computing degrees, we can say that not complete, but it's to make it easy to understand. It's more to deal with a hardware part, and the computing is more software. But generally, in this degree, in the computer system networking, you learn a bit of a programming, you learn some electronics, embedded system, IoT, Internet of Things. It's a combination of all these, and you need 8 weeks of industrial work experience, similar to a requirement for any engineering degree, although for engineering is a bit longer. This is just a 3 years course, and I can go through the structure if you like, but this is generally what it is, the course, yeah.
Right, thank you so much. Anyone else who wants to proceed? Right, so I think we'll wrap it up then. So we have our local experts here as well. So after the counseling session, any issues and any clarifications can be done through them as well. So Sari, over to you.
All right. Thank you, Sanaji. So hope you got a chance to clear all your doubts, but I believe you will still have a few more questions which need answers. So stay towards the end of the program where we'll cover the admission process and speak about the scholarship opportunities. And I'm sure you might have got so much of information to process with all the details that you've got already. So let's stretch ourselves a bit and grab a cup of coffee or tea and come back for the next session at 12:10. And thank you to all our Curtin delegates who joined us from there. Thanks a lot.